What about if someone wants to use the defensive claim of right, but does so with force to regain his property? In other words, assume the defendant has a reasonable belief that he should be able to retrieve or take that property. Only thing is that he attempts to take it back with violence. Should our actor be able to use the claim of right defense when he uses violence? Or should we as a society not allow this defense when force is used to retrieve or take property? Interestingly, and perhaps not surprising to some of you, the law looks upon self-help with a suspicious eye. One can resort to self-help as long as it doesn't involve violence. The moment that it does, the claim of right defense no longer applies. Defendant doesn't get to use it. The law says that it's no longer reasonable to use self-help when you resort to violence to reclaim the property. In 2007, a case brought national attention to this issue of invoking self-help with violence. Retired football player Mr. OJ Simpson and several of his friends stormed a hotel room in Las Vegas to help Mr. Simpson retrieve personal memorabilia that Mr. Simpson believed was being sold out of that hotel room without his permission. At least one of his friends who accompanied him had a gun, which he showed to the sellers in the room. Mr. Simpson tried to use the defensive claim of right under subsection B. He tried to say he acted under an honest claim of right to the property because the memorabilia was in fact his. But as soon as it was learned that someone in his group had a weapon, he lost any ability to use the claim of right defense. Mr. Simpson was ultimately convicted of robbery and kidnapping. Kidnapping because in Nevada, the moving of people from one side of the room to the other. Robbery and kidnapping, and he was sentenced to serve 9 to 33 years. Mr. Simpson was released in October 2017.